Ron or Paul, whoever's still with us, how long would you expect this portion of the investigation or if they have to detonate something or if they have to remove it from the building, how long will this process take?
Well, part of that's going to depend on how close the bomb squad is and their availability. My understanding is they have containment vessels scattered around the boroughs of New York. They certainly have bomb technicians scattered around the different boroughs of New York. Even though it's evening, it's NYPD, right? And nobody sleeps. So they're going to have coverage. It's a matter of getting through traffic, getting the right people there, assessing the package. This is not a beat cop walking up with a nightstick and poking at it saying, looks okay to me. You really want to get professionals in, and those are trained bomb technicians with the tools, the diagnostic tools, to get up there. Very often it's, to put an X-ray on it, take a look at the X-ray. The first one doesn't work. You go take another X-ray, go back to, looking at diagnostics with multiple people. This could take, I would think an hour or two until some sort of all clear is given, or they make a decision, look, let's take it out and try to render it safe. If we have any doubt that it's potentially explosive, let's get the containment vessel, walk it down, put it in on the loading dock. If they can move it, they may decide, hey, we need a robot because, this thing is a little bit more curious to us. We're a little bit more concerned about what it might be. Let's get a robot in to do that rather than a human being in a bomb suit. So all of that and just really the transportation and getting through traffic may be the biggest delay. The diagnostics will take a little bit of time, and it could be, hey, the all clear is given, or they're hauling it out of there in the next 45 minutes.
Right. Certainly the traffic in a city like this one will come into play. What does it tell you, though, about the fact that they haven't shut down the streets and they haven't sort of, as we said earlier, evacuated the whole building and police seem to be somewhat less concerned about the situation? What does that tell you?
Well, that's kind of the vibe that I've been getting, even while we've been on the phone, is that the police don't seem to be too amped up about this. Mm-hmm. So that tells me that they've already made some sort of preliminary assessment. They're telling each other, okay, everybody take a deep breath. Let's slow it down. Let's not get anybody hurt getting here.
Right.
They'll make their assessment. Presumably the initial assessment is a good assessment, and they can start letting people back in.
That's certainly good news, Ron. I mean, that's what we want to hear.
That's what we want to hear.
Absolutely. And Paul, do you have anything to add to that? I mean, is that the sense that you're getting as well, that this is something that they definitely have a handle on at this point?
It is, and I agree. Completely with Ron. That's the exclamation point. I mean, what they're doing right now is really just capping things up. You can even see, as we're watching now on the CBSN feed, you can start to see where NYPD officers are walking out with duffel bags and things of that nature. So I agree completely with Ron. I think it's very safe to assume at this point that this is starting to get wrapped up.
All right. Well, Ron, Hosko, Paul Viollis, thanks to both of you for sticking with us and giving us all your insight and expertise to the situation. I want to recap for our viewers. Part of the Time Warner Center in New York City has been evacuated. Police say 2 suspicious packages were found on the 3rd floor of the building, which does house CNN's New York headquarters.